Okay. Now, can I give my side now?
The only thing that I did wrong was flick that fucking kid off, and I laughed in his face when he was wrong.
I was very, 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 very
angry,
upset about the way Malena handled the situation. Number one, I was upset because she got so shit-faced in a public park when there's...
Nick, I had 2 fucking slushies. It was 100 degrees.
Did I interrupt you when you were speaking? Did I interrupt you? No. I did not.
You did not.
Okay, so let me talk. Kevin,
Shut
no.
the fuck up. You're cross-banned, bitch.
Stop banning people.
I'm kidding.
Listen, I was upset because, number one, she got so drunk that people were literally having to carry her through the park.
That is not true.
Yes, I had to hold you up, and remember the random guy had to give you water and a fan because you were dying. Just got too drunk. That annoyed me.
He was leaving and he.
Hey,
dropped
why
his
are you
shit
interrupting me
sorry.
again? This is crazy.
He was leaving and he dropped his shit off with me.
My God, this is real. Like LSF, this is real. This is no joke. This isn't scripted content.
Dude, he says he hates LSF, but he spends his whole fucking day reading.
I don't hate LSF. I love LSF. That's how I grew my channel. Okay. Can I continue my story now?
Mm-hmm.
Are you promised you won't interrupt me anymore?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that I was annoyed at that. I wasn't mad. I was annoyed that I wasn't mad. Okay. Malena got so drunk that she had to sit on the side of the road while I went and got our stuff and got the car. That was fine. As I walk out, okay, I see the kid standing there. I see Malena just covered, like throw up everywhere on the floor.
I was not covered in throw up, and the throw up was in the bush behind me.
Nope, I saw it. I saw all the throw up on the floor. Someone's going to have to clean that up. I do not lie.
It was in the bush.
I saw the pizza that you ate for lunch.
Dude.
It's not true.
Okay.
It's just not true. Okay. Okay. And I didn't know anything. I'm like, okay, fine. So I go get the car and I come back. And I see Malena trying to escape through a locked fence. I'm like, oh shit.
I didn't try
What's
to escape.
going on? So
you parked out.
Why do you keep interrupting?
Can I just fucking interrupt? Because you're wrong. You're trying to make it so much more.
No.
Are you trying to get people?
Wait, was the fence locked?
It was a fucking gate in the fence.
Yeah.
There was a gate
Yeah.
with a fucking door handle,
But it was,
and I tried to open it.
But it was locked.
It was not locked.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Then
Because he opened the fucking door for me.
No, you went around. No, you didn't. You went around. That's not true.
It's like one of those gates where you can open it from the inside, and I was on the fucking inside.
That's okay. Whatever. It doesn't. These are minuscule details. They don't really matter.
Listen, my mom laughed her ass off at this. I think you're just like overreacting.
Well, but you told your side of the story, not the whole thing. That's why she laughed.
You said earlier the kid was definitely overstepping.
Yes, he was. The kid.
I told him to fuck off, rightfully.
No, Malena. Even if someone's overstepping, you don't flick them off.
Mall cop Andy, dude, looking for reasons to be mad.
Malena,
sorry. Yeah, keep it up.
I learned this. I learned this at DreamHack.
I hope he just doesn't do this again. Sorry.
She won't let me talk, man. She won't let me talk. I don't know what to do. Like chat. She won't let me. She won't let me tell my side of the story. So.
Okay, keep going.
You know, so here's the deal. So I park my car. I'm waiting for Malena, right? And this kid rolls up, okay? And now I didn't know what happened. I had no idea about any of the shit that went down. I had no idea, right? So I see this kid, and I'm like, he's like, wait here just a minute, sir. I'm like, for what? And he goes, I'm calling the police. I'm like, why? And he goes, she flicked me off. And I go, okay, is that hard for you? I'm like, is that too big of a deal for you? And he just looks at me, fuming. And I'm like,
so
let me stop. And I'm like, okay, all right, do what you got to do, bro. That's what I said to him. Like, hey man, if it makes you feel better to call the cops, call them. Do what you got to do. Okay. Now I didn't know about all the shit that went down before. I didn't. But a cop shows up. And then Malena throws on this country accent like I've never heard before. Okay? Trying to be as sweet as she possibly can. To con this guy, essentially. Sorry, I just got too drunk, officer. I'm so sorry.
It worked.
It did work. It did. But the reason was so upset, you cannot disrespect, even if the kid was wrong. You cannot shit on him for a summer job.
Yes, I fucking can.
No, you can't. No, you can't. That's so rude. That's so unbelievably rude. You cannot shit on him for being a kid and working his job. He was out in the heat 8 hours that day.
I can tell that fucking idiot to fuck off if he's in the wrong. Just because he works there doesn't mean that his opinion's right.
No. The thing is, he wasn't in the wrong because you were drunk and disorderly. You literally, legally, cannot be drunk throwing up on the sidewalk.
Okay.
No, let me speak. When there's kids around, you can't do that. If you were a homeless person, they would have called the cops and they would have removed you.
Okay, Nick, I'm taking full responsibility for throwing up in a bush, but the 3 trash cans that I was trying to throw up in, you guys wouldn't fucking let me do it. You pulled me away from them. And then you put me on this fucking bus, or I sat my ass on the bus. Of course I got more fucking sick.
Nope.
They wouldn't allow me to throw up in the trash cans. So as soon as I got out of the bus, I throw up. What, do you want me to throw up on the bus?
I don't want you to be that drunk anyways.
I wasn't that shit-faced.
Okay.
I was fucking going circles in the wave pool and donuts.
Even if the kid's wrong, okay, you can't walk around. Nice summer job, loser.
I didn't do
Fuck
that.
you.
I didn't do that at all.
No.
And
after I'm not kidding. So after Malena was vindicated by the cop, her country accent worked. Okay, and as we're driving away, she rolls down the window, yells at the kid, "Have fun at your summer job."
Bitch!
I'm just like, dude, the blatant disrespect for this kid. I'm like, no way. And I was so embarrassed, and I was really upset because I'm like, I cannot believe my girlfriend just did this to this guy who was just literally, number one, he was probably having a bad day. Number two, he was just trying to do his job. You can't.
No, he wasn't trying to do his job. He
Yes,
was
he-
trying
yes,
to
he
be
was
a
over-
cop. He was trying to be a cop at a
That's how I
fucking
feel.
water park. And like he was finally looking for something to do because he was just so
and
fucking
we're
bored.
not even gonna talk about the way home, the hour on the way home. We're not even gonna talk about that. We're gonna keep that between us
Okay.
because that was egregious.
Did you follow the person?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Do not. Oh, should I tell him what you wanted to do?
No.
I'm not gonna tell him that part.
No.
I'm not gonna tell him that part because
Okay, if you tell
so-
that part, then I'll tell everything else.
yeah, tell everything else. I have nothing to worry about. Everything else. Exactly. I have nothing to hide.
There's no proof.
Yeah, because nothing's proof. I'll admit it, but that's not an issue. That's not an issue.